guys, it's Brian here from thenewfury.com as well as ArtistFYI. I've gotten a unique opportunity to sit and talk with Mark and Chris from Scale the Summit. We just got done playing a quite steamy show, I would say, at a back booth here in Orlando. So jump right into it, man. You know, what's new with you guys? How's the band? What's upcoming? Is it just kind of a daily grind? Or?
Yeah, we're on the daily grind. Nearing the end of the tour. We got 4 days left. We're 4 shows left, 5 days. Writing new music.
How do you guys write new music? Do you kind of just pull out the fiddle and work on the?
Yeah, I usually transcribe like all the guitar stuff down first, and then I send it to the guys, and they finish up their parts and make edits.
It's a long process, though. It's not like there's a specific time.
Right.
Yeah. Even as we finish the migration, he's always writing.
Yeah, I was already done with like multiple songs before the record even came out.
Oh wow.
That way it's not rushed.
Yeah.
So would you kind of consider yourself the top of the list of the driving musical force for Scale the Summit, or is it kind of
for the most part? At least I draw the coloring book, and everyone picks their colors and colors in the lines, kind of thing. So that's the best way. It's the best way to say it. It's the hardest. It's the hardest part, though, is just coming up with the stuff from nothing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely the hardest when you write music. So.
Now, with the latest release, The Migration, fantastic album.
Thank you.
Absolutely superb, guys.
Thank you.
How is it trying to compile a set list whenever you guys go out on different tracks? Do you kind of go from night to night depending on what you're feeling? I mean, I know 4 albums of music is quite a lot to try and condense into.
Lots of arguing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because everyone has their favorites from each record, and this one was kind of like, okay, this is probably the last tour we're doing for The Migration. We have click track, MIDI control stuff, backing tracks, and video all synced, so we can't mix up the set list every night. It'd be too complicated. And it just helps with the flow. Like this, I think this is like the best set we've picked in a while. That kind of has like a great flow.
I would say the harder thing is the order rather than the songs, because it's like, oh, there's too much tapping with these 2 songs back to back. It drags too much here. It doesn't end on a high note. So I'd say the order
you want to
is
make everything.
And we don't have a front man to have the between song banter, so it's like the songs really just have to go from one another
to the next.
And so it takes a lot of thought, really.
Absolutely, I believe it, man. I mean, the show tonight, like I said, was flawless. I love the way you guys kind of transition. It's always a pleasure to see you play live. Tell me a little bit about the making of The Migration. How was it working with Jamie King? By the way, if you guys do not know who Jamie King is, close this video and go and look him up right now, because you're missing out, that's for sure. But,
honestly, we go into the studio for every record we've ever done with it completely written.
Okay.
So it's really like go in the studio, get everything mic'd up, hit record, start.
Yeah.
So working with him too, I mean, he's just like me. He's almost too much of a perfectionist, where we're like butting heads over just, okay, time to move on to the next part. It's fine the way it is, kind of thing. So that got a little frustrating, but he actually just did my solo record, Lightbox. So he did that one as well. He mixed and mastered that, and just working with him, it's like, it's easy. He gets what we want as far as sound goes.
That's what you need, is you need someone who could identify the kind of band that they're about to
and he's done everything.
From,
really death metal, to regular metal, to country bands, and the jazz stuff, and our band. And so, working with him is easy. I think we're trying to get in with him early next year to do another CD.
I recorded an album with him before Scale. So I knew going into The Migration that like his whole atmosphere would be great, because his studio has that like laid back band practice feel.
Right.
It's not like real pressure. It's casual, and you always have to have that in the studio, or else it just gets too serious.
The rise of popularity when it comes to progressive metal. Lately it seems that all the fans and all the newcomers to the genre of heavy metal or rock, it almost seems like progressive is the norm. It's the way to go now. Is there anything that Scale the Summit does to kind of stay fresh, or for lack of better terms, stay relevant with the ever-changing times?
I think we've just we were before our times because no one gave a shit about our band or really the instrumental in general touring. And I think we've always just done our own thing. That's what we're going to always continue to do. We're just going to write music that we think is good and everyone else enjoys it. Cool, you know. If it fizzles out someday, it fizzles out. We're not going to try and, you know, alter the way we write just to make the industry happy. Because I mean, I want to play music that I like, you know, and
write that down, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way to do things from, you know, an artist standpoint. I want to be happy with my work, and I'm sure everybody else in the band agrees.
You got to be true to yourself.
Absolutely.
Or else it's just fake, you know?
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, you guys were talking about your tone, especially when it comes to Jamie King, you know, how he dials in that tone. Any listener, any of my friends, any of the fans of your band, once you hear your bass or your guitar, you know, boom, that's Scale the Summit. What kind of brought that signature sound to be? Did all the right pieces kind of just fall into place and all the right members just so happen to have the right mindset, or was it kind of an evolution to get to where you guys are now?
Probably an evolution.
Yeah,
slowly change, because, you know, we used to play, you know, this head or that head, and then it would change to new, because we're always like looking for the new thing, and then fractal audio was invented, and we've never really looked back from the X Effects too.
As a lot of people do. And speaking of gear, what kind of gear did you guys bring on this trek? I saw a couple X Effects in your rack. And
we use Fractal X Effects 2 for Travis and I, and then we have a couple of the Line 6 wireless units, the Relay G90s, Carbon 3800 power amps. They're solid state, but they're, you know, it's clean power.
Is that how you get a lot of you know, the nice tapping tones and a lot of
I mean, everything's amplified through that. So you're getting a blend. You're actually getting a blend of, we've got our cabs on stage for stage sound for us personally, and, you know, the first couple rows of people. Then we've got the cabs mic'd, and he does, front of house does a blend of the mic'd cab sound with the direct line from the Fractal. So in my opinion, I was telling him, you're overdoing it as far as like you're making more work for yourself. But I was like, hey, if you want to do it, go for it. You know, just because obviously the pushing air being mic'd is obviously, you know, has a big sound, a different sound. So he likes to do that, and then your bass stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm using a custom Warwick thumb bass. They finished this building right before this tour, and just a Galen Kruger cab 410. It's really all you need for the size of things we play.
You kind of just keep it off to the wing of the stage usually.
Yeah, it's just more my stage monitor really, and Warwick head as well, LWA 1000. It's like a 1,000-watt Class D head.
Yeah, man.
Other than that, it's really no pedals for effects really for our band. So.
You don't use any kind of pedal board?
Well, I mean, they're all, the Fractal has every pedal ever created in there, and we actually used, the first tour actually that we did MIDI control, switching all of our effects on and off with the computer. So that was
all automatic through the laptop?
Yeah, it's all synced in, and we could just more focus on playing and having stage presence than pedal dancing like we used to, which was...
As an artist, you know, we grow up as little kids and we look at Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and whatever bands you might have been into, and we see, man, look at that rock star status. Now you're here for the most part. You know, we're in your lavish little bus and you're playing great shows, sold out shows. What is a little spark that still kind of makes you feel giddy and, you know, turns you into a little fangirl and keeps driving you to pursue this career that essentially lets you live out of a backpack? You know, is there anything that really kind of keeps you going?
I think it's just fans of the show having a good time. Because every day I'm just like, man, I'm tired, you know, hungry, grumpy. We're all like arguing over nothing, and it's like, then we get in there and we play the show. Like tonight ended up being the best crowd of the whole tour, which was weird. Me and him were just talking about it before you guys came in, and it's like, best show. It was like completely soaked, but they just, I don't know, it's just a good vibe, you know, like. And it's kind of weird, and I know it's a Saturday, but it is Orlando, and I guess we don't do usually like too amazing as far as like the crowd response, but tonight, you know, it was vibing in there, so it was fun. So that's what does it for me, man. Every now and then I'm just like, man, I don't know how much longer I want to tour, but it's like hearing how everyone just like appreciates what we do, and talking to fans, and just seeing how much they get stoked, and they, you know, look forward to it for weeks before the show. So that really goes a long way for me. Plus, obviously, I enjoy playing guitar, and I don't really see myself ever doing anything else. And we go home from tour within a week, I'm like itching to get back out. You're always like, can't wait to be home, but then you unwind, you know, see family, friends, girlfriend, wives, whatever, kids, and then it's like,
it gets old
Kinda
after
ready
a
to
month.
go.
There you go.
Get into that routine.
Yeah, that's that nomad life, man, that we all have somewhere deep down inside. And
one thing for me is like, no matter how crappy you're feeling, once you get on stage, it's like you see how much they're stoked to see you. It's just like
so much love and positivity, man. Is there? I guess you guys kind of just answered it. Is there any specific city or state that you guys truly just enjoy going to? Do you have a favorite for every tour that you look forward to?
New York City, Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much all. Yeah, and Denver, which we missed because of my finger.
Yeah, I heard. How did that happen?
So, I just closed the pocket knife. I was just making a little hole, and I twisted it, closed down, cut all the way to the bone. So I've got like my playing Band-Aid, which is usually gauzed over so I don't get infections and stuff. But it's got stitches underneath there. Just it is what it is, man. It's just an accident. So we had to cancel 4, but I'm back. It doesn't hurt anymore, but it was. I thought, you know, immediately, oh, my career's over.
Now, when you guys canceled, did you at least show up at the date and kind of hang, or did you just blow straight through?
No, we actually, like, conveniently, we were in Albuquerque, and it was kind of like the tour routing went up and back down, and we just kind of went down to Houston, and then I went and got properly bandaged up, and we were just rested there. I pretty much just sat with my hands still, trying to let it heal as quick as possible, and then we just went to Knoxville and caught back up. Yeah, I mean, everyone, like, as far as, like, part of our business end of the band, we're like, oh, you should probably just can it, go home, but I don't know, I was like, well, let me just wait at least 2 days or 3 days, see how I feel, and by day 3 I was like, let's do it, and I just kind of was working through parts, so.
At least it's just your pick hand, you know, you don't have to do
well, 60% of, you know, that's what everyone says, but 60% of our set is tapping, so it's like one of those things where that argument's actually not a good one.
Because now you have to transfer the power of your middle finger to maybe
my ring finger, pinky, exactly. But it turned out that wasn't the biggest problem. Is I pick closed-fisted, and now having it open so that I don't risk hitting this on the strings is actually what has caused me more issues with playing, which I didn't even think about until we got on stage that first show. I was like, this is uncomfortable because I'm used to picking closed.
So you would consider yourself a fister?
Yeah, I'm definitely a fister. You want to break through.
There you go. You gotta break through. Yeah? Is there any specific memory that really still stands out to you after all of these years of meeting and playing and seeing the sights? And is there one specific memory for either of you guys that really stands out that, you know, solidifies the fact, yes, I want to be in this band? And
every show on the Dream Theater tour we did.
Oh my God.
Want to talk about memories? People come out. I know every single venue, every single city, because people come out. Oh, I saw you guys on Dream Theater. I'm like, and I think where we are, I'm like, Asheville. It's like closest one to wherever we were in Knoxville was the Asheville show for Dream Theater. It's just like, yep, every day. Just
Mike and the guys.
Yeah, and the guys from Zappa Plays Zappa. It was like, you know, this is like amazing stuff. We got spoiled though.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you guys once again. It has been a pleasure. Scale the Summit, you guys.
See ya.